Hey guys, what is up? It's Matty bringing you another episode in the Walking Through Clash of Clans series. It's been good 5 days since the last video, so all of our upgrades should be complete. We're probably going to have been raided a few times as well. Only twice. That's not too bad. Ben's in the background saying hello to everyone as well, so in case you hear him and wondering what's going on. So obviously we've got some more foliage to clear off to get us some more gems, which is great. We're going to have some money to collect, so we'll start off by doing that. Bum bum. Need to carry on upgrading those really. So we've got one of our camps now upgraded, so we should have 140 storage space, which is awesome. Just looking what we can do to get ready for an army, and I'll just bang off some more goblins. I think Ben agrees. If we just do 5 of each, there we go. And in the interim, we can start collecting in some gems by clearing out that foliage. Now, we need to do a base redesign, so I might start that now. Just looking at the levels of our stuff, so we need to level up our wizard tower again, our mortar. But let's get moving with this base redesign, because that needs to be done. So start with that one. Start with that one. Okay. Remove all. Blank canvas. Here we go. So I'll do it live. I'll do it with you now, so we can get the idea of how I go about doing a base design at this sort of town hall level. First thing I want to do, clan castle right in the middle. That's important because it gives you a great defence, especially when I join it back into my main clan, because I've booted myself again. Tell you what I might do though, I might start a clan for YouTube subscribers or people that want to come in and help me at this level. Anyway, next thing I need to do is I need to protect some of those storages, so I'm going to put a storage right next to it at opposite sides, so they're sort of segregated. Now I don't want another storage in the same compartment because several reasons, but if goblins break through or whichever into the one compartment, they'll be able to take everything. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is stick my air defence and a mortar in the middle. Now I quite often like to do this sort of startup as in a cross. You can see how it's a little plus sign, and I seem to quite like that. So what I'm now going to do is just wall around them. And this is really where, I mean, the middle obviously is the best place to start, and then you build outwards, and it might go right way, it might go, you can come up with loads of different designs from this, but it's the middle where you start. Now you can there's a lot of different middle portion designs. You can have a giant square, you can have a plus like I've got, you can even have ones where it comes a bit in the middle and goes, well, there's a lot of different designs, so choose which you like. So my next thing I'm going to think about is where do I want the other storages. So I want them to be relatively far apart from each other. So I'm going to put a storage up there, and I'm going to put a storage down here as well. Now next to storages, it's normally good to have wizard towers. So I'm going to stick a wizard tower that's able to defend each of those storages. And now I'm going to start walling off around these again. So if you can see what I'm doing here. And there we go for that bit. And let's do the same here. Oh, remove that one. We're good here. Okay. So at a stage now, we've got one mortar left to go down. I'm probably going to want to put that mortar there to give a bit of cross coverage, and I'm just going to look at what other key buildings and defences I've got. So we've got some point defences, 3 cannons, 3 arch towers, which is great, but there's no other real core sort of buildings that I need to worry about. I'm just having another look through, and no. So basically what we need to do now is plump up the base around the clan castle. So I'm going to start dropping in some key defences in places. Let's have a think. 5 throw and a arch tower up here. We don't have too much wall on Town Hall 6, which is a bit of a shame, but just trying to think if we can make this symmetrical. Have a bit of a this base is going to be awful, 100%. Okay, there we go. And got 23 bits of wall left. I've got 2 cannons, so I'm going to put a cannon here. I'm going to put a cannon, an archer tower there as well. Now this is so it makes they can't just go straight into those storages. So they're going to have access to 2 of them. Okay, we're running very low on wall now, so I'm just looking what else I could do. Now I'm happy with the air defense central. I know that this mortar is accessible, so what I might do is just make it a little bit more awkward for them to take out this wall, this mortar. So if I double wall it, let's remove that one. Now I know double wall is pointless, but it makes it more difficult for archer. Let's have a think. No, no, I won't do that. Forget that idea. We're just gonna have to plump in some buildings there to make it a bit more difficult to get to the mortar. So what I might do, I'm just thinking. My base is looking quite somewhat symmetrical in a fashion, but not really at all. I can tuck that in one, gain a bit of wall back here. So select row. No, I need that row. Select row. Okay, I need to move that piece. Yeah, creating wall is a lot of the time trial and error. Creating a base is a lot of times trial and error, and just coming up with something on the spot there and then. What we're going to do is try and tuck in a last cannon here. Now we can use our extra wall to create a bit of a barrier so that they can't just take out that mortar, and I think we're going to be 1 piece short, which is fine. Obvious place for a spring trap, and maybe a bomb as well, just in case, because it's an obvious choke point at the base. Now what I need to think about is making it difficult for them to get to this. There's 2 storages on the outside, so I'm going to throw an archer army camp directly on each one. Army camps have a high health, so it makes it that a little bit easier. And there's a long flat plain bit here, so I'm going to throw an army camp in there as well, because army camps are the biggest sort of buildings, if you want to call them that, in the game. So now what I need to do is tuck all my sort of other buildings into my base to make it just more difficult for them to take them out, get in close to the defences and start taking those out. So I like to have all my barracks together normally, so I might do my barracks in this corner down here. So if I have one there, and one there, that would make sense. Could chuck in my 2 builder huts. Builder hut there. I'm not going to stick them in the corners, I think it's just pointless. I'm not really a fan of just sticking builder huts in the corners, even though I've probably done it on my main base at some time. I can carry on removing these decorations. I forgot, I didn't realise I could do that. And now I think we're just left with some more traps. Just thinking where I want to put these traps, but I'll wait till the end of the base to see where the obvious attack point is. So now what I'm going to do is start dropping these collectors in different corners of the base, just to make it plump it out a bit, make sure that people can't just drop troops straight in to start getting me. I'm not putting gold and elixir next to each other either, or directly next to each other to make it, I don't know, I don't even know why I do that, just for a bit of, make it look a little bit different. And I might throw the spell factory in there as well to help plump that area out. So I'm making it more difficult for them to get into that mortar. That mortar is well protected as well. So my mortars are covered, my wizard towers are covered, my storages. They're relatively accessible from the outside world, those for archers, so I might put a higher concentration of buildings up by the wizard towers to make sure they're covered. So So I'll put another building in there. So that's an obvious attack point, the top. Some people like to attack in from the top, so I'm going to put some bombs and a spring trap up here as well to make sure that they can't, well, to give some element of a little bit of extra defense as well. Now air defense, I'm going to actually, I'll wait from the air defense until I've finished my last building. So I'll put another gold mine there. Just thinking maybe cover this off as well, so they can't just take out that arch tower. So if you look now, I've got a full circle of extra buildings right around my base. There's not a single building that's unprotected by defense, because if you look at my cannons, my wizard tower, my mortars, they all cross over coverage with each other. Let me rearm all these. I can't rearm traps yet. So I've got one last bomb, which I need to level up anyway. So I'll stick that in down there, and let's have a look. We can put air bombs, one on the top, and one last one. Where could they go for? Let's go for down here. Now what I have noticed is, oh no, that's fine. Okay, and lastly the town hall, and we'll create a nice little spot for it over here. I'll stick it there in a second, and we're going to click save village, and that'll be our new base design. So I hope you saw some form of logic in what I was doing when I built that. You know, I haven't copied any design there. I've gone for a custom one. I've designed it myself. It's a farming design. It's pure farming. The reason you can tell it's a pure farming design, obviously the town hall's on the outside, so I'm giving them the free town hall, the trophies that they want to take from that. None of my storages are easily accessible. You have to work to get to them. They're segregated as well to make it even harder for people. If I'm trying to save up gold or elixir, I might move both of my elixirs to the outside, or both my golds to the outside ones, if I'm trying to focus on one particular resource that I need to save up. And lastly, I've lost my train of thought. Pure farming. Clan castle in the middle, difficult to lure-ish. I mean, it's really hard at Town Hall 6 to come up with a perfect, an untouchable design or anything like that. But I just went for it. But yeah, so all my buildings are cross covered, and I'm really happy with that design. Now what I need to do is level up some more buildings, defensive structures, and maybe another army camp. So we're going to go for one more army camp if we can. That's a 750,000. We're also going to go for a mortar and wizard tower probably again. Definitely a mortar. They're always the first defense I like to do. We could even do one now, but I might wait just to see how our first raid goes. We need to do research as well. Things are starting to heat up here, as in it's costing more money. However, I might be able to get away with doing a heal spell for the time being, so that's cheaper. I can afford it already. So that's 300,000 elixir plus 750,000 to upgrade the next camp. So I need 1 million elixir. Plus I need a mortar and wizard tower. So that's 720 plus 400, so it's 1.1 million. So I need about 1 million of each. Now I've already got obviously 400 and 300,000 there. What I might do, set off my heal spell now, which I've just done. So that's already going. It's a 24-hour upgrade. So that means I only need 720,000 elixir, 750,000 elixir left, or 720 actually, because I've got 30 there. So that's what I need to raid on that. And maybe, should I try it? No, I'll do the search first and see how we get on with raiding. So let's skip to our first raid. Ooh, looks like a potential first raid, guys. Just having a quick look at the design. And to work out what we're dealing with here. So a lot of the money is going to be, it's in a bit half-half, I think, is where the money is on this one. So just trying to think how we can do this. I know how to take out that mortar, I know how to take, and I don't think I'm going to bother with that wizard tower, but that wizard tower is going to be a problem, and so is that mortar. So we'll take out the mortar first. I'm going to drop some troops directly opposite. No. Okay, so if I can draw the mortar's attention with the giant, that means I can use those archers to take out that. I'm probably going to need to take out another one. We need to take him out. Yes, okay. So we've got the one mortar down. We're going to use our giant now to start shooting that wizard tower while our archers behind help hurt it. It's too little too late now. That wizard tower is down, so it's a case of goblin rush now. I'm going to drop a few goblins on these outside collectors, ones that are easily accessible. It's Town Hall 7 we're dealing with here, because what we're going to do in a moment, we're going to use our archers now to clear a little pathway in, so that my wall breakers have a clear run to the wall. And hopefully 2 of them are, yes, we've broken in now, so we're just going to drop a whole bunch of goblins straight in onto that storage. And we've got no real splash damage left other than that last wizard tower, but it's, by the time we've started taking out that, we get close enough to that, all the other buildings are going to be gone. So yeah, it looks like it's a successful raid. I'm hopeful that we're going to get 50% as well, because I am starting to drop a little bit low on trophies, and we're still out of range of that wizard tower. Absolutely awesome. They're going to go for that town hall now and probably get shot down. Yeah, but we got 50%. We've got our star. And that's all I care about really, and stole all the resource. So if I end the battle there, 118 gold, 181 elixir, and I'm now comfortable enough to set off my mortar to level 4. So that's 1 building we've got done. I need to rebuild my lightning as well. There we go. 1 building is on its way. So now we just need to save up another bit of elixir and some more gold. So I'm going to jump in straight into the next raid, and we'll see what sort of raid we can find.